True story, I literally had a dream about this song Snow Globe, and talking to Awsten Knight less than a day after the song came out. So when Awsten sang, "Am I the boy you dreamed of?" Yeah, I guess you actually are the boy I dream of. Hey guys, what's going on? Wanted to make a quick ARTV Rogue upload to talk about Snow Globe, the latest single from Waterparks. This is a very different sounding song stylistically, the overall mood of the track. It's from their upcoming album Greatest Hits, which I said it on their Instagram, I'll say it again now. Remo Drive did it first, but we're gonna go ahead and let that one go. I didn't know what to expect going into this, because it was something that Awsten, the leader of the band, kept teasing as very different. A very different approach, something that you had to be open-minded for, or else you were probably going to hate it. And on first listen, I don't know if hate would be the word that I would use, but confused was very much up there. If you haven't heard Snow Globe yet, I will leave a link in the description down below, but it's definitely a far cry from their pop punk. I always call them more pop rock anyways, but it's a far cry from even their pop rock days. This is very much kind of a chilled out R&B leaning moment that does have some twinkling keys, some nice prodding bass grooves that pop up during the chorus, and a very auto-tuned sound for Awsten on the vocals. It's something that's very hard to get used to at first, because you just kind of have to wrap your brain around it and you're like, okay, computing, very, very different here. Listen, I know a lot of you don't like this song. I put up a poll on my Instagram. You can follow me at ARTVJohn if you want to be a part of that in the future, but I wanted to see what you guys were thinking of the track, if it was a smash or if it was a pass. And pass won out by a pretty decent amount. Hear me out now, I know it sounds more like an Awsten Knight solo track than it does Waterparks, and I'm definitely concerned. We'll try to talk about that more momentarily. But I actually think this is a pretty good song, and it's well written, the lyrics are good, and I like the introspection and the self-commentary. There, I said it, out with it and off with my head. If that's how you feel, that's fine. But I actually do like this track quite a bit. It's very, very catchy. I do like the fact that it has a strong melody, despite the fact that it's low-key as hell. And yes, that was of course a not-so-subtle wink to you there. I didn't like that track very much. I found low-key to be very dull, very uninteresting. I'm not sure if that actually made the cut for the album or not. This is very much an off-the-cuff video, and I'm just kind of rambling to you guys because this is something that felt very tough for me. So to explain the dream that I had in the intro a little bit more, in that dream, I was actually talking to Awsten Knight, and he was asking me my thoughts on the song. And it's not that far-fetched, I guess, to dream about this because I have met Awsten several times. I know, casual flex. But of course, if you've been around for a while, you've been watching the channel, keeping up with Waterparks, you know that we didn't exactly get off on the right foot, but we amended things, and Awsten has been nothing but gracious the times that I have talked to him over the years, and this I wanted to try and have an open mind with, because I went in, first listened to Snow Globe, and I was like, I don't like this, but I wanted to give it more chances. In the dream that I had, Awsten asked me, what do you think about this? We were sitting down in like a cafeteria, some type of setting like that. He had all of his rings on, all that good stuff. And he was kind of genuinely just sitting down with me and saying like, yeah, what do you think? And I remember basically reviewing the song to him, talking about the bass. I remember that. I remember talking about the lyrics and about how I wish the auto-tune was a little bit less, at least let some of the singing bleed through sometimes, but I do like the lyrical content. I love the fact that it's about a snow globe. Essentially, that's how he feels. He feels trapped inside of this little area, and you can shake up his world, the fans, at any time. You could cancel him. You could boast him up, you could tear him back down, and everything in between. And so in the dream, I talked to him about all that stuff, and then my fiance Hannah was there as well, and he asked her, what are your thoughts? And she kind of went into detail on her own, and that was just a very weird but kind of awesome dream at the same time, and I was like, that makes me want to get on camera and talk about this. Yeah, so basically I wasn't planning to do a track review for this. I had a busy week. I already made a lot of videos over on Beyond ARTV, and not to say that this one wouldn't do well, I needed a little bit more time to process it and I'm glad that I gave it that time because I still to this day feel very conflicted in some ways. And I say to this day, it's been out for like 48 hours when I'm recording this video, but I've listened to this song like a lot more than I normally do for just a single that drops or whatever. And each time I hear something that maybe I like a little bit more, and then there's other aspects that stand out as a bit wonky. I don't know, I'm somewhere down the middle, but I do think this is a solid enough offering. I'm hoping that there are some more actual instruments on the album, because what are Jeff and Otto doing? This is pretty much just on cruise control from a production standpoint. It's got synths, it's got programming, and I hope they're a part of other songs on this album to a bigger degree, but I'm gonna give Snow Globe a 3.5 out of 5. I think the best thing about it for me is the lyrical content. I do kind of like the chilled out, smoothed out vibe, and I'd love to know what you guys think too. Y'all know me, I've talked about Waterparks plenty of times on the channel, but if you want to see a couple of videos I have done on them, maybe revisit them, then here's a top 10 and a review. All of my socials can be found in the description down below. I hope that you guys will consider liking and subscribing to this channel, ARTV Rogue, and I'll be back soon for more on ARTV Rogue. I said it like 5 times.